In a peaceful village tucked between rolling green hills lived a curious 10-year-old boy named Eli. He had kind eyes, a gentle heart, and an imagination that could turn an ordinary day into an adventure. Every evening, Eli helped his grandmother in her beautiful garden. He gathered vegetables, pulled weeds, and carried baskets, while butterflies danced among the flowers in the warm golden light. But as soon as his chores were finished, Eli hurried down the cobblestone lane. His boots splashed through little puddles as he raced toward his favorite place, the village square. There, surrounded by smiling villagers and excited children, stood an elderly toymaker named Mr. Rowan. On a small wooden table rested the most wonderful treasure Eli had ever seen. It was a beautiful wooden music box, decorated with delicate golden patterns. Mr. Rowan carefully placed an ornate brass key into its side and slowly began to turn it. The lid opened, and a tiny ballerina rose gracefully from inside. As she began to twirl, the sweetest melody floated through the evening air like sparkling ribbons of gold. Children laughed and swayed, couples smiled, shopkeepers stopped their work, and birds gathered on the rooftops. The music seemed to wrap the whole village in happiness. Then, one rainy afternoon, dark clouds covered the sky. Mr. Rowan held the music box close beneath his coat as he hurried across the slippery village square. Suddenly, the music box slipped from his trembling hands. For one terrible moment, it seemed to hang in the air as Mr. Rowan reached desperately to catch it. Crash! The box struck the wet cobblestones. Its wooden lid split apart. Tiny gears scattered through the rain, and the little ballerina fell silent beside the broken pieces. That evening, no music played. The square felt cold and empty. Villagers hurried home. Children stared sadly at the vacant table, and Eli stood alone in the quiet. Inside his workshop, Mr. Rowan placed the broken music box into a wooden tray. His shoulders drooped as he whispered, "Perhaps some songs are only meant to be remembered." Eli looked down and noticed one tiny brass gear shining in the moonlight. At that moment, his sadness turned into determination. He knew he could not let the music disappear. Early the next morning, Eli searched beneath market stalls and wooden crates. One by one, he found several missing gears and carefully placed them inside a little cloth pouch. Beside the fountain, Eli reached between the wet stones and discovered the missing spring. Soon, other children joined him, searching every corner of the square together. Later, beneath the old oak tree, Eli spotted a golden glimmer among the fallen leaves. There lay the final screw and a tiny brass pin. That evening, Eli cleaned each piece at his grandmother's kitchen table. He brushed away the dirt, polished the brass, and arranged every tiny part with great care. With shaking hands, Eli carried the pieces to Mr. Rowan.
These are
the
spotless.
old toymaker stared in disbelief.
They just needed a little
then
care.
smiled for the
Let's
first
make this
time
music
in
box
days.
play again.
Together, they began their work. All through the night, they turned tiny screws, replaced the spring, polished the old brass, and repaired the cracked wood. At last, Mr. Rowan slowly turned the key. At first, nothing happened. Then, click. A tiny gear began to move. The ballerina lifted her arms, and music filled the workshop once more. The next evening, Eli played it for everyone, filled with hope.